Hi, this is Curtis. I am the writer of Star World News. I'm making this video for you to give you a better understanding of the graphical system which I am in the process of developing. It is basically done. It's pretty much done. There will be tweaking, of course. There will be tweaking done to it. It is still a work in progress, but I believe for the most part it is finished and it is workable. What I've done is I've created a method of graphically highlighting the positive and the negative factors for each day. Of course, positive and negative is a pretty charged way of saying something. Nothing is ever really positive or negative. Everything is all good. In the astrological parlance, it is called benefic or malefic. Benefic energies are the energies which give felicity, joy, and promote expansion and illumination in a very direct manner. And then the malefic they produce challenge, strengthening, and testing. These are the yin and yang of astrological manifestation. And in the graph, I've called the malefics challenge, and it is red, and the benefics are fortuitousness, and they're blue. And basically, this is a real-time transits for everyone on the planetary body at any single given day. This has nothing to do with any person's natal chart. And what is taken into account is, I'm going to switch the scenes here. This is a picture of the moment. The nature of the planet itself, the nature of the sign that it is in, whether it is ruled by a benefic or a malefic planet, the dignity of the planet in that sign, whether that is good or ill, the planet disposing the planet, that is the planet which rules the sign that the other planet is in. In this case, Venus is in Pisces, and Pisces is ruled by Jupiter, so Jupiter becomes the dispositor of Venus, and that is factored in. The condition of Jupiter becomes factored into the total overall expression of that planet when you're trying to make a prediction on it. And then you have to also take into account the dignity and condition of the disposing planet, whether that itself is connected to benefic or malefic planets. Then you use the multiplication factor of the aspect. Planets basically are passive, and they don't really come alive until they form an aspect with another planet. Then they become very powerful and very strong, and they're very noticeable. And I've certainly had many years of experience in writing about these to know that that is so. You also have other conditions such as the planet being retrograde, stationary, combust, or in mutual reception. So basically, you have the planets, and you can consider them as rulers, and they are occupying signs of they're in friendly or unfriendly signs, and then the signs themselves, whether they're disposers, are in friendly or unfriendly condition. All of these add up on both the positive and the negative scale, or the benefic malefic, and you just simply add them up, and you add the multiplication factor of the aspect, and you get a graph of the day. And I find this is pretty accurate. I find this is a pretty simple system once you have laid it out. I've been working on this for a number of weeks now. I have the values for the planet and the different conditions and dignities, and then for each planet it is just simply tallied up on the positive and the negative scales, benefic, malefic, and then for each day you plug them into the aspects. You have planet 1, planet 2, you add them up, and then you multiply them by the aspect, and you get a total for that planet, for that configuration. And if there are multiple configurations for each day, you put them in, you add them up, and then you just give a grand total for each day, and they are graphed out with Excel. It's a very simple process. So let me use this day as an example. Today is Sunday, March 8th, and if I look at the text for that, which I've written out, this is Mars conjunct Neptune and Sun opposite Saturn. This is quite an intense day, complex day, surrounded by a lot of anxiety, confusion, and suffering, physically as well as otherwise. Delays, accidents, and injuries are possible, as well as susceptibility to illness. So you could, with a certain amount of good reason, project out that today is going to be a day which could have some very stressful or trying times to it. So when I looking at CNN for today, we have on the home page breaking news: police gunman kills pastor, then gun jams. Basically, in Maryville, Illinois today, during a church service, a member of the congregation got up and shot dead the pastor. He then the gun jammed. Then he tried to then he took a knife and started to hurt himself with the knife, but he was overcome by the members of the congregation. Certainly, though, that was a very obvious manifestation of the energies which were indicated in the astrology of the day on this peak here. Now, the whole world didn't blow up, as it were, but certainly for people in that church, their world blew up for a time, and they are certainly have experienced that. If you have any questions on what this is all about, or suggestions, please send them to me, Curtis at Star World News. Talk to you later.